Yes, we are live, and we are finally hanging out with Chef Chris Binotto, who we are so stoked to be with. Find us everywhere. Google us, Cool Nerd Weed Show. Find us on Idobi Radio. Find us wherever you get all of your podcasts and all of the things that you enjoy to do. And we just we've been trying to do this. We've been trying to get you on since... what, like 2 years ago or something? We went to your... Okay, let's go through the journey. Let's go through the journey of how we met Chef Chris, shall we?
Chef Chris and the Nerd's origin story.
Yes.
It's what began at the Wonder Bread Cannabis Supper Club event.
Yes, yep. We found. Now the Supper Club had been a thing for quite some time. When did the Cannabis Supper Club start, and what is your role in it? We'll start there.
So Cannabis Supper Club started around 2016, and I am the chef, and I'm part owner. So we've been on this crazy journey, of really bringing elevated, sophisticated dining to, a community that most people think is like couch locked stoners.
And let's not undersell the elevated dining. You're a Michelin Star. You're no joke is what you are. You are a chef. You can find Chef Binotto's accolades on the internet, on the TV, multiple Michelin Star winner, multiple restaurants that we have frequented and enjoyed. Just cream of the crop, not a rising star, you are a star, but the world is about to see all the things. Just to sneak in there and give you a little bit of a bio before we continue on. So you give good, delicious, amazing food with other chefs, right? They cook along with you for these events, right?
Not all the time.
Okay.
Usually it's just me, myself, and I as far as menu creation. My partner and I work with different brands and farmers as far as what strains I want to pair with each course. We also do some infusions.
Okay.
I also do a lot of cannabis integration. But I do love doing collaborations. I have a lot of amazing chefs in the industry and in the sort of pop-up community as well as the cannabis community.
Heck yeah.
And so it's just great to get friends involved, to be able to hang out, cook some good food, had some good times. It's really just an excuse for us to get together,
Yeah,
So,
it's it's a really cool, very, very chill, welcoming vibe. That's what we really got from it. We felt at home.
Yeah, we did. We were chatting with people around us. Everybody was very cool. I mean, most stoners are pretty chill.
Community.
Anyway, it's a cool community. So, and then we're all eating delicious food that's paired in ways that we probably would have never really thought of, pairing cannabis with food. And
that was something that we did kind of broke ass do. I mean, we are very proud of that show. We love we did a show called Plant Based here at Idobi, and we just with our little dopey palettes, it was the most fun we've ever had. It was during the pandemic. I was in New Jersey. I flew home to do this, to do it with TS, and our amazing Idobi staff put it together and made it beautiful. And we did we used Wonder Bread and we used other strains, and we made avocado toast and fruit salad, and we were we love that shit. So when we saw the Cannabis Supper Club, we were oh, dip, this is a thing. This is a real life thing. And it really it blew our minds that it was able to be done in such a sophisticated way.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, something that is really fun and unique about what we do is, there's tons of infusion dinners and events out there, but really pairing a thoughtful pairing between the terpenes and flavor profiles and the essence and the sense of the cannabis, each strain with each dish. You know, there's a rhyme and a reason. It's supposed to be very thoughtful. And that's something that's very fun to do, you know, as a cannabis enthusiast and as a chef. I mean, you know, being able to do that, it's just like you would pair a glass of wine with a plate of food, right?
It is.
It's just that's more socially acceptable and obviously a little more classic. But you know, it's a new day. You know, it's a modern world in food and in cannabis. So I think the idea of really bringing this community together, creating a culture that is kind of about the arts, you know, about everything from culinary arts to the art of farming this cannabis, you know, to the art of glass blowing, these people making these beautiful glasses, or pieces, I'm sorry. You know, but there's just so much like-mindedness through all these different outlets that really cannabis and food brings everyone together, right?
Always.
And they generally seem to be all pretty like-minded because, again, you know, I think all these art forms really do fall along the same kind of mentality.
100%. 100%. You looked excited, like you wanted to say something. I can tell.
Let's see. Okay, so there was one particular experience. It was like the smoke like cocktail. It was like you poured the cannabis smoke
sick.
inside of and then just inhaled like you were. It wasn't like a flute. What was that?
So we call that the champagne toast.
Okay.
So good.
So we work with this amazing company called the Power Hitter.
We love them.
Right. So you know all about my man Jay at the Power Hitter. He kind of revived this thing from like the 60s or 70s, I think it was.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And so we'll walk around tableside. This is always presented with our first course. It's always meant as a champagne toast for everyone to cheers their glass. And then instead of drinking champagne, they're inhaling the smoke. But the Power Hitter, you squeeze the smoke out of this bottle. There's a joint inside there. And the smoke will maintain inside that little champagne glass.
We love it.
I have to say the terp profile, like drinking it or inhaling out of that glass as the champagne toast, was so flavorful.
It was
like
such an beautiful. Yeah.
like very beautiful, a beautiful hit.
It was.
Thank you.
It was.
Thank you.
Yeah, we were tickled by the whole experience, and we were also. It was really cool to see the crowd, you know, like it was all people obviously who are cannabis enthusiasts, but also like the LA locals who like love like the local food and chefs who cook really well at places that they want to go to, like with their homies or with their partners or, you know, with their coworkers. Like, let's like go and treat ourselves to this experience. It was such a crowd of people that I feel like is very unique to that experience. You know, it was all sorts of people, and I loved that. You know, like we sat next to a couple who had been coming to these things.
Yeah,
for months.
They've been multiples. They asked if it was
like,
our
this is
first
our seventh
time.
one. And we were like, what? We were like, how have we just been like starting to come here? How long have you guys been doing this?
Again, since 2016. So I mean,
yes.
what is that, like 7 years? You know, something like that.
Yeah,
4, 5,
yeah.
6, 7, 7 years.
Wow.
You know, and I would definitely like to think we're. I mean, you know, with all humility, definitely trying to be the pioneers. We always have been. You know, somebody's doing a infused dinner. Well, guess what? We're going to do a paired dinner. Somebody's doing a paired and infused dinner. Guess what? We're going to do that, but I'm going to do cannabis integration. I'm going to I'm going to blend my cannabis leaf into this chimichurri. You know, I'm going to deep fry this fan leaf and put sugar on it and make a candied cannabis chip. Like, do fun things like that to really integrate it. And so now we're talking about 3 different levels of cannabis integration, if you will, right? Through the infusions, through these pairings, and through the actual food integration. But then we also try to add these elaborate little, showy sort of plays, right?
Yeah.
Like the champagne toast. I also have a glass where we put the dish in the martini chiller, and underneath there's dry ice, there's water, and we put different terpenes that will match the dish in that water. So as the dish is coming out, the vapor from the dry ice is, vaporizing the water, and you're getting the essence of all those terpenes.
Wow.
So many fun things like that. That's also how we got to continue to elevate the game, and I try to do my best, my partner and I, to set the standards in the industry, the community, and the crowds that we bring is incredible. Back to your point, you can be sitting there and hearing people do business over our dinners at Cannabis Supper Club. You can sit there and see families. We actually have this one cute family that is returns all the time. And you're talking the daughter's younger than me, the parents are probably my parents' age, and my parents' age, not my age. But so it's just like older couple and then a younger kid, and it's just so great to see like families coming out to something like this and being able to bond. They don't drink alcohol, they don't like that, but they want to go out and experience something so elevated and fun, and
bring my mom to
and
this.
delicious, right? 100%.
100 billion%.
Speaking at the Wonder Brett event, when we first Brett's mom was actually there.
She was.
Oh, she was lovely.
And
She was lovely.
Yes, she was having a blast. She was so sweet. We kept feeding her the champagne toast. She wanted more champagne toast. She wanted to keep on. Like, we just gave her the power hitter and a couple joints and said, "Here you go, Mom.
I love
take it from there." But that's amazing for Brett of Wonder Brett to bring in his mother to enjoy this kind of experience that we're both helping to curate. It's something special. It's 100%. Something special to see all the different types of people and the different occasions that people come for. It's very amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's a really great opportunity to get together. And you said it earlier too, food and weed, like traditionally, just through like human history, like those are just the things that you gather around,
communal,
like those are the communal things. And we can all get behind that, we can all agree that those are things that we enjoy to do. So it's really just a nice, wonderful thing that exists, especially now in this like day and age, and especially with weed too, because we're in LA, so it's like a little desensitized because weed is the culture out here, but like it's kind of crazy how this sort of thing, like, it really isn't available, it's very unique to, it's very destination. Like, if you're in LA, go to the Cannabis Supper Club. But like also like it, like, I do hope, like, and do you have plans to expand? Like, will you take this to like Colorado, or is this like something that is, because it to me, like, it felt like LA, like everybody there, you were just like, these are LA people, or these are people who have family in LA who are, it still felt like a supper club. Do you know what I mean? So, would you want to take it like outside, or is this kind of like you want to hone this and work on this more?
No, I think something that makes it a little special is that, we do have people coming in from all these other dry states, if you will. We have people coming in from Georgia and Texas and all sorts of places, which is like a huge compliment. It's an amazing compliment to us to have people fly all the way in from other states just to eat my food, just to taste this cannabis, and I think, we also have people that don't even smoke, don't even infuse. They've literally come to our dinners with either a partner that does, or they've just wanted to experience and see what it's like. So that's awesome. Even hitting a whole nother demographic and a note of people saying, look, this still looks very, very nice and high end, and I want to try it. I'm curious. People are curious. And they don't even smoke. They don't even, ingest. And so that's kind of amazing to sort of get that draw and that attention. I think, we've done some dinners in Las Vegas. That's always been a great time. I think the idea would be to expand. We've been working on that. I think right now, we're having a lot of fun in LA, and we've built an amazing community out here.
Yeah.
I think knowing that people do come from other states for us is pretty amazing, So hell, if they're coming and they're gonna come experience this, I want it to also be. I don't want to be McDonald's, I don't want to saturate the market.
Yeah.
And I'm also down to show love for other chefs in these other states and other places doing amazing things. I'm always down to piggyback and or support, all of that. And, I have resources and connections in Detroit and Chicago and New York and a lot of I've worked in a lot of cities, and I have a lot of friends across the country. So it's not far off, it is. I think logistically it grows into a much larger nightmare. That's like asking you like, hey, all right, can you go on at 8 a.m. Every Monday night in 5 different states, and then I'm going to need you on Tuesday, Wednesday in these other states too. It's like, I can. I just got to go hunt these people down, make sure they can do their job. Logistically, it's a lot. And, it's kind of like, we'll get there.
Yeah, and regulation too. Like cannabis, it's unique, you know what I mean? Like it's not like you're opening up a restaurant or, a bar.
There's still some gray lines.
There's so much tape.
A little green tape, if you will.
Yes. Yes, 100%. So I can dig it. And again, like it is, it's nice to have a destination and it's nice to have this here. And again, it feels like you're there with like, I don't know, it's very like, wear a cool jacket and like a velvet jacket and like I do feel like it's a supper club and it's wonderful. It's,
very civilized.
Well, that you said that earlier too, and this is kind of what we try to do with our show is like, yes, are we couch lock stoners sometimes? Of course, but like we like you
me
are,
once we're out of here,
right? No, and you're a working chef, right? So you're not couch locked.
I am. People are actually incredibly amazed. I am a super highly functional stoner,
right?
And I mean, look, I've been working in the industry since I was 15, okay? Started off washing dishes, and I was a prep cook and a busboy and line cook and worked my way through the ranks, right? And even being like the head chef, the corporate chef, doesn't matter how high you go, the stresses of the day-to-day are just astronomical. 100%. And it's funny, people always, when you're a line cook, you look at the chef, and you're like, what's this asshole doing with a clipboard all day? And then, and you don't know where the chef keeps disappearing to, right? But when you're the chef, you're like, well, fuck, man, I got this call, this email. All right, this guy's texting me. All right, I can go find this. All right, we got a meeting. You're just nonstop, and you can never really almost be in the kitchen, which is where you want to be, because that's why we do this, But ultimately, I mean, the stresses of the day-to-day, whether you're a line cook, a dishwasher, a head chef, a corporate chef, it doesn't matter, man. For me, occasionally to step out, go rip a J, come back a little bit more level-headed.
I love it.
Be able to it's kind of one of those things where it's like, hey, maybe I do need to dumb myself down because I need to focus on this in a sense. And I don't mean dumb myself down. For a lack of better words,
or like
right?
slow yourself down. Yeah,
100%.
Because like chefs
I need to
are
slow my mind down because I'm thinking
Focus.
of 50 things. All right, let me just come in and
yeah.
hone in on this problem. Let me come back and hone in on this thing. And yeah, weed's been a great medication and resource for me. I mean, alcohol is horrible, you know, and does not do, that's any chef's demise, you know? And we just really, for me, centers me, focuses me, I think, in a world of so many distractions, so much chaos, controlled chaos, but chaos.
For sure.
You know, we all need a way to kind of center ourselves and and to hone in on things. And hey, it's not everyone's cup of tea. I get it, but
Totally.
Yeah, I'm highly functional as hell. Get it? Highly functional.
Highly functional. Highly functional.
Look, if we gotta tell everyone what the innuendo is, we're talking the wrong people.
It's the wrong show. Yeah, no, it is really like a tool, and I love to see it. I love to see like a functional stoner, and we love to see function because we are extremely functional stoners. I mean, it's just like when I was back home for the holidays, my sister just had a baby, and I helped watch the baby, but I was also when there was nap time, I was smoking weed outside, and I was like, never let anybody and I was still like very helpful and a really good auntie, and I was like, never let anybody tell you that you can't smoke weed and be good at what the task at hand is. I
mean, speaking of that, there's some amazing social media pages and online YouTube, like mommy cannabis type stuff about teaching your children, what it's all about. And I'm huge on that. Me and my wife have a kid, and I just think that's very important for them to be educated and understand, because it's very weird in the society to me that it's okay, the kid opens the fridge to grab a Capri Sun and you can have a 12-pack and a bottle of fucking whiskey in there. But like, oh my God, if you have weed in your bedroom, it's child endangerment. And it's absolutely insane to me. You just statistically look at it, and so I think education is the key. Just like we educate our kids on alcohol and on you don't hit somebody, it's this, I don't know, whatever it is.
Whatever we teach them.
We have to teach our children. So I think that's a beautiful thing that is in the cannabis community right now, and has been coming up, a lot of the kind of mommy cannabis sort of parental stuff. I love that.
Yeah. Like we're obviously huge advocates of education and truth and cannabis being a tool to help and to understand more of it. That's really what I think functional stoners help to prove. And if you're a non-functional stoner, like, that's fine, baby. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, most
save it for after work.
You know what I mean? Like, there's times where I'm just like, wow, I wish I could high like that. But like, like please, like, enjoy. But like at the same time, I feel like sometimes if you look at us, or you look at a person who has a really demanding job and can still functionally use weed, I think that's a real testament to where weed can really be in the future. And I think seeing that helps, and it especially helps children's, because it's not we're not demonizing a thing that they have to be terrified growing up. Right. As of right now, it is something that is so much. Then when we were growing up, it's so much more accepted. So that I'm grateful for as well. I have a family that understands. Like, we have LA. We have things where we can go smoke weed and eat delicious foods. Like, these are things that are available to us. We live in a great time, but they're also things that I think we have to fight against too. We'll take a quick break is what we'll do. We'll come back and we'll talk about some stuff that you have going on. And we're going to be right back. That's what we're going to do.
Cool.
And we are back.
We're back.
It's the Golden Beach Show. That's Yes.
And that's Sasha.
And that's Chef Chris Binotto. Oh my gosh, we have Chef Chris on the show, live on the Cool Nerd Weed Show. This has been in the works for oh so longly. Chef Chris is Michelin Star winner, TV star, restaurant entrepreneur, all around really cool dude. And we are very, very grateful to know you. I am for sure. You're a wonderful person and a good chef, a newlywed, a good chef, a great chef, a newlywed, everything that is good, you deserve to come your way. But we wanted to go back to our origin story.
Yes. Origin story part 2.
Origin story part 2. Okay, so TS and I walking down Hollywood Boulevard. One random night.
And there is Chef Chris.
Well, we hear. What did you? I think you were like, "Hey nerds" or something.
Oh, yeah.
You like, hey nerds. We were like, "What?" You're like, "You guys have the weed show, right?" And we were like, "Yeah."
Hell yeah.
And you were like, "Oh, we're the Cannabis Supper Club. Chef Chris, and we were like, oh shit, because I had hit you up like right after the supper club, I think, and just thanked you and was like, that was like a sick experience. We have this show, like we'd love to have you on eventually, and you were like, yeah, you have the show, and like we just like talked for a minute, hung out, shot all of the shits.
We smoked, obviously.
Obviously, yep.
Yeah.
Right on Hollywood Boulevard, because who gives a shit?
Yeah. Oh, it was great. It was great. And then we made a date to go to Carnival.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Carnival.
Yeah.
That was the
talk
spot
about Carnival. Yeah.
I was opening at the time, right?
Yeah.
The reason I was out in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Lord help me. But no, that was pretty sweet. It was a carnival themed, kind of a dark, evil carnival themed restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, for me as a chef, it's a dream to be able to work with places like this,
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of chef? Like, look, I was a little kid once too. I love fucking deep fried corn dogs and funnel cakes and deep fried Oreos and deep fried butter and all that. Let's just say I like anything deep fried. But all the weird carnival foods.
We all love it.
And just the carnival vibes, I think, makes me very happy. I mean, I'm not that scared of clowns necessarily.
No, my dad was a clown, like a professional clown. So so
I've been
love
told I'm a clown. But,
I love clowns, man.
Yeah.
Like clowns. I love the like a carnival vibe, and I love an evil carnival vibe. Like I love it.
Something about, so I think we were going for that kind of like 1950s-ish sort of retro evil carnival vibe. Really cool, really fun. I mean, put a lot of thought into the place. But as a chef, I mean, to be able to inspire a elevated sort of kind of fine dining-esque menu based off of carnival food.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dream come true. I love that. I'm very creative chef in general. Yeah. So it was such a blast for me to be able to do that.
Yeah, you just like created this very, very, very cool menu. Say, like, what are some items on that menu? Like, what, like we.
Okay,
so good.
Let me see if I remember.
Yeah,
there was like a Kobe beef corn dog.
Yes.
Okay.
So good.
That was delicious.
Thank you. So that was it was a mini Wagyu hot dog,
Wagyu,
right?
Yeah.
And it was dipped in funnel cake batter
So good.
and deep fried like a corn dog. And then I made a strawberry jalapeno ketchup and a champagne mustard. And that was probably my top favorite dish.
The mustard was
also
sick.
just like, not just taste, but also one that like, I was like, wow, this is truly inspired. This is, when I think of this vibe, that's the first dish I think I wrote.
Yep.
Somebody was saying, oh, hey, what about, what did they want? Chili dogs. They wanted like a Wagyu. My owner was like, I want a Wagyu coney dog, chili dog or something. I'm like, okay. And so that's sort of, I'm like, yeah, fuck that. What about a Wagyu corn dog with funnel cake? And,
good.
I just went off the rails. Like, I get an idea and then I go off the fucking rails.
That's, yep.
It was with the funnel cake batter.
Okay.
That was genius. That was fucking genius, man.
Sometimes, every once in a while.
That was a lightning strike moment for sure. That was like, we were like, like.
Well, thank you. I'm still very proud of that dish. And it's not often I get a whoop out like Wagyu corn dogs and funnel cake batter. So, I'm really glad you guys got to try that.
Yeah, it was amazing and unique and like super sick. It was so good. Okay, do you remember?
What was the other one?
Yeah,
the other one. Okay, there was something. There was something with popcorn.
That was the dessert.
Dessert had.
That was really good.
I have.
You want me to tell you what it was?
It was delicious.
I remember what it was.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, you would know.
Go ahead.
I did a truffle popcorn. What was it, like a cheesecake tart?
Oh yeah.
I called it like a kettle corn tart, and we put like caramel and kettle corn on top of it. Right, so I think
and it was like truffle. Super cute, like presentation.
Because truffle and popcorn is a combination I learned from Graham Elliott when I worked with him. That's where I won the Michelin Stars.
Oh, sick.
Because I didn't win 2 Michelin Stars myself. I was on a team, an amazing team that won them. But Graham Elliott taught me that combo. I forget what he did, and ever since then I made like truffle and popcorn ice cream.
Oh, I love it.
Truffle and popcorn cheesecake little mini tart with kettle corn. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
the whole experience was super fun.
Yeah, it was like around the time, was it close to your birthday?
February.
Yeah, it was like March-ish because I remember I had just moved into the new.
Oh, well, okay, they called you up on stage.
They did, but it wasn't my birthday. They did
thought it was-
call me up on stage, but it wasn't close to my birthday. Yeah, they did. There's a
Great.
picture of me
Maybe
on
we
stage.
just lied and said it was your birthday. It's this girl's birthday.
I think that's
Maybe I told them it was your birthday.
I think you did because it wasn't.
great.
Yeah.
I go to Japanese restaurants and I do that all the time just to see the weird shit they do.
Yeah.
Like some of them like turn the lights off, like the whole
And they
restaurant,
do,
like
a sparkler.
boom, boom,
Yeah.
sparklers, like all this weird. So like sometimes you just gotta go say it's your birthday at random places.
Totally. I support
sure.
it. I support
For
it.
sure.
I do.
I support that
I
move
do.
too,
And as
guys.
people who work in restaurants, like you support it. You're just like, oh, it's a birthday. Like let's have fun with this.
Yeah.
No, it was. Yeah, I went on stage. I don't even remember what he did. Something. He did something with a nail,
the
right?
nail.
I still have it.
He put like a fucking 8-inch nail into his nose.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
it
yeah.
in my jewelry box or something. I kept it.
That nail.
I kept that
I'm
shit.
never gonna clean
I
this.
loved it so much.
You pull it out.
Yeah, he pulled it out. It was
Or
cool.
you
Yeah.
pulled it out of
Well,
his
I pulled
nose.
it out. Yeah, I
You
pulled it out.
of his nose.
I did pull it out of his
Yeah.
nose.
And technically, by like the size of it, it should have been in his brain.
It should have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that stuff so much. Though.
Scientifically speaking, it should have been in his brain.
I love that. I love a sideshow. I love a good sideshow.
Hell yeah. No, yeah, that was great. All those actors were amazing.
They were great.
I mean, the sideshows were so fun. That was something that was really cool too, because let's call him the ringmaster, right? He would actually do the hiring for a lot of those guys.
Oh, cool.
So while we're prepping in the back or I'm having meetings or whatever, there's like scouting or whatever you want to call. There's
I love
like
it.
practice going on.
Yeah.
These guys are audition.
Sure.
That's a word. There's auditions going on, and this guy's on a 10-foot fucking unicycle, juggling, flaming, whatever, and I'm sitting there in a meeting, So that's the best thing about working at a carnival. You know, it's like I can be in Hollywood. I mean, a serious fucking business meeting, and here we are, like, there's this guy, juggling babies or something. I don't know, but it's very hard to concentrate. Like, we're going over payroll. You might want to give us a minute, But, man, no, that was a super fun experience for me. So I'm really glad that you guys were able to come in and experience that. And that's super funny, just meeting each other on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
And,
it was sick.
and
It was
that's
such a great thing.
small world situation.
It was. It was a very synchronicity sitch because those events were really fun for us. Those things that we were at were fun, and you were a part of that. You were responsible for it. So those are just there's just moments in time in your life where you remember those things and you remember the people a part of it. And it's like, oh shit, and then this and then this and then this, and it's it's really great. So when you got on a barbecue of Brawlsies, I audibly screamed. I was so stoked to see that.
Thank you.
How did all that come about? Were you always set you wanted to be, on a competition cooking show? I feel like I know the answer to that, but or was it by chance? What was the process?
Well, honestly, it's funny because any cooking show that I've actually tried to apply for, I don't think I've ever gotten hit up.
Okay.
Ever. And it's always been the random ways that I get hit up.
Sure.
The first time when I was on Chopped 420, right? That was my first,
Yes.
TV appearance on the Chopped spinoff,
Yep.
420. So that was really fun. But I got hit up via social media. They saw my social media. They're like, hey, man, this looks perfect for what we need. I'm like, cool, dope. All right. And then the second time for BBQ Brawl was really cool because actually they had hit up a friend of mine. The friend who beat me on Shop 420.
Oh shit.
Chef Wendy. So she won, we went head to head in the final round, and she took away the crown there. And what's really cool is ever since then, we went from competition to collaboration, and now I call us Chefties. We're just great friends.
I love it.
And we do so much work together.
That's beautiful.
And you know what? It was actually really cool. I'm pretty sure she was the one that like got the call, and then she's like, hey, you know, not right now, or not for me right now, or whatever, and gave them my number.
Aww.
And so she gave them my number. Sorry, long story long, right?
No, I love it though. That's so lovely.
Yeah, and it all stems from Chop 420 and building community.
I love it.
So great. Yeah, it's a great community that we've built, and she gave them my number, and so I was like one of the last people that they had called for the show, actually. And it was an absolute blast, you know, just like Chop 420, you know, incredible experience. But this one was long.
Yeah.
You know, this one was long.
Yeah, we were wondering. So you weren't there for 10 weeks?
You know, it was let's just say it was a long, grueling.
Okay, yeah. I figured, because I think somebody said it in like one of the interviews in the show, like past like several weeks or whatever. Like even just 3 or 4 weeks away from home, it's a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the days I reckon are pretty long as well too.
Yeah, they're long days.
Yeah.
You know, because you got to get up, meet here, then go to B, then get ready for C, then all right, you're doing your thing, all right, then mandated meal break, then
right.
All right. You know, I mean, you're probably up and running for, gosh, I would say until you're from leaving your hotel to getting back in your hotel. I mean, let's say 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't know, probably a solid 14 hours.
Yeah,
I would say from A to Z. That's from A to Z. Not like we're busting nuts the whole time.
Sure.
You know, there's a 40-minute car ride each way or whatever, but still, like, get me to my hotel. I want to shower.
I smell like smoke.
I smell like smoke. And shit. That's
a long day outside. Yeah, it really is.
You're cooking with fire.
Yeah,
open fires,
I mean, live fire, man. And you know, that was something that was really special for me. Was you know, I'm not a barbecue guy. I'm not. I will say.
I was wondering that. I was gonna ask. Is that always something
Look,
you wanted to showcase or show off?
I am not a traditional barbecue guy. I don't. I mean, I can and know how, but I don't traditionally do brisket and ribs, and you know, I don't do your traditional barbecue like that. So that's kind of what was an honor to be alongside all these incredible barbecue chefs. You know, for anyone wondering, I do live fire cooking with my other brand, Embers and Ash. And so that's a live fire cooking experience. I cook everything on the open fire, caveman style, directly in the coals.
Yeah, you're speaking TS's language.
And you know,
ears
like,
are
I'm talking your language, brother. Hell yeah. Well, and it's a blast because we get to take our guests out into the farm, the beach, the woods, the desert, you know, and I get to cook everything like a caveman on an open fire, but we're giving them elevated fine dining service and the plating. You know, I'm still doing composed elevated dishes, right? I'm not doing family style, here's the chicken, here's the vegetables kind of thing, right? So it's like we're still very high end, and I call it a rustic fine dining experience, you know? And so that's what was kind of cool to be able to bring that to the show, to BBQ Brawl, you know, and I remember, I've told this story again before, but I remember walking in and all these guys, you know, everyone has their barbecue gear on, and I'm like, and a bunch of people know each other already, and if not personally, like via social media, right? It's this big barbecue world that I have no idea.
Yeah, and it's a world for sure. Yeah,
who are the? It's a world. Oh, it's a world. Just like the weed community is a big weed community. Like, look, the barbecue world is a big, awesome community, and it was just funny because I walk in there and I have like my Pizza Planet jacket on. I'm wearing Pikachu flip-flops, and I'm baked out of my mind. I'm just like, what's up, guys? I'm here to cook some food. Let's go. You know, everyone's like, who the fuck is this guy? You know, like, is this guy for serious? And this is like orientation. So it took probably by like the second competition when people were like, oh, okay, this dude fucks.
You can
like,
fuck,
this guy might know what he's doing. Like, let's not let that stoner funny facade fool us. You know,
and you commanded.
Yeah, hell yeah. For those of you who haven't watched, I'm not going to tell you what happened, but, you know, let's just say you got to watch it, buckle up for a wild ride, and your boy does good as fuck.
Hold on to the fucking end, bro. Like, that is, like, I don't want to spoil nothing, but hold on to the fucking end. bro.
Yeah.
Like,
hold on to your butts.
It was. I mean, honestly, it was one of the more, and I do consume this content a whole bunch. So I love this stuff to begin with, but it really was it was quite entertaining.
Thank you.
It really was. I mean, I obviously I'm biased because I love you. So every time you came on screen, it can't because we I forgot. I know it originally aired on Max, but I feel like I don't know if it if
anywhere where Food Network.
I was just gonna say, I think they aired it on Food Network at some point because we had it on, and the show came on. I was like, oh shit, this is the homie, and I was just so stoked, and it really was it was high octane, and everybody's I feel like you had a great group too, a great group of competitors. Everybody seemed to be really, really down, really fun, and
it was an amazing cast. I mean, all the chefs were incredible. I think that's something from the get-go that I started to notice, and that's what made things a little easier. Was all the chefs were really, really obviously amazing at what they do, but they're just amazing people. So nice. And doing these competition shows, honestly, this is the biggest one I've ever done. But doing these shows, that's kind of the biggest takeaway. Win or lose, you really don't lose. Because every time I've done one of these, I've walking away with a brand new family. You meet these incredible people that you literally go through hell and back with these people. So there's no way you can't create such a strong bond,
Jesus, I always think that when I watch these things, the emotions are they must be just pulsating, just at an 11.
Insane.
It makes me sweat watching it.
Always.
Watching just the whole thing.
The plating, the counting downs, it is a a literal pressure cooker.
I'm worried the meat's not going to be done in time.
It's overdone. It's underdone.
Yep.
Is it seasoned too much? Is it not seasoned enough? The fuck? That's the thing. Yo, you are. I mean, it literally. You are on a physical and emotional roller coaster. You literally are just physically, mentally, and emotionally drained by the end of one of these days.
Sure.
Just to know you got to wake up at 6 a.m. and go do it all over again tomorrow.
Wow.
It is draining, and that's what gets you guys so tight. You are going through this emotional roller coaster with these people.
Yeah.
And everyone's there because they're good.
Sure.
Everyone there is amazing at what they do, and Food Network don't play around. Right?
They do not.
They don't play around.
No, they're not hiring personalities. They're hiring chefs.
100%.
That's always what's so.
They just want chefs that are cool as fuck.
And they want chefs that have a personality. And I was saying that to you before the show. You really do have such a great personality, and and just in the terms of the era and the generations of the Food Network, and it's not it's not fringe at all. It is consumed by the masses, and I feel there really is a place, and there will be a place for it, and that's why this competition was exciting. And it was bomb to see stoner representation. It was just you being up there, and obviously they're different worlds, but at the same time you had the tools to keep yourself kind of grounded and okay during a time that was really high octane.
Right. I mean, it was intense. Those scenes that you see where we're taking off and running and grabbing shit, that's fucking real. That's real because if you don't get that, you probably then you got to all of a sudden think of something completely new to do.
So
you don't have, the only time you literally have to think is when they're all right, guys, this is what the competition is going to be today, and then you're thinking, and then they're all right, get ready. Okay, guys, now go. So in between those, that's really the only time you have to think. It's legitimate. It's real. There's no TV magic there, right?
Right.
So if you don't get what you need and somebody else does, it's gone.
It's gone.
And you got to think again of what to do.
Yeah.
We saw you crawling over people to grab racks of ribs and steaks and other cuts of meat.
Yeah, we were
just throwing bows, it's funny because you'll see some scenes where I'm over there, grab something, hey, sorry, chef, sorry. Okay, you guys good? You guys good? Okay.
Totally.
Okay, my bad. All right, cool.
Yeah.
It was all love. Totally. all of the chefs, that was a cool thing too. Like, hey guys, I can't find the mustard powder. Somebody on a completely different team, yo chef, I got you. Boom, and would throw it over. And it's like, because we did all want to see us. We wanted to beat each other on the highest level. Right. We don't want somebody to have a handicap or to not have what they need to be successful, because we want to beat each other on an even playing field, and we want everyone to have what they need to be successful. And I think that was a really cool camaraderie amongst all the chefs there. And it was amazing because, we have to be a team, right? Everyone's a team on the show. So you have Team Sunny, Team Bobby, and Team Ann. And although we're a team, we're still also fighting for our individual lives.
Sure, yeah. There's only going to be one. So
there's only going to be one Highlander. So there can only be one, And I just think that camaraderie was incredible. I want to link this to a little weed story.
Love it.
So when I first got off the plane, I'm on the shuttle. Once we finally get to where the hell we're going, because I didn't really know where we're going. Right. I'm like, all right, cool. We're almost here. Dope. I start looking up dispensaries, right? Like, where's the closest fucking dispensary? Like, God damn it. I'm flying, so I'm a little I don't want to bring I'm careful. I don't want to get kicked off this fucking show because I'm an idiot. So I'm looking up dispensaries. And, I'm literally doing this. We're getting off of the shuttle. We're walking into the hotel. And I'm still like, what the fuck? And I think I blurted out to myself, like, yo, this is some bullshit. And, all of a sudden, this big old dude was walking up to me. He's like, yo, what's wrong, bro? And I'm like, man, I can't find any weed places that deliver. He's like, you need some weed? I'm like, yeah, dude. He's like, man, my name's Chuck. Meet me down here in 5 minutes. I'm like, what up, Chuck? I'm Binotto. I'll see you in 5 minutes, bro. We're like, hell yeah. And we've been kicking it ever since. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God. I love that story so
100%.
Oh, my God.
That was that NorCal vibe up there, right?
Yes. We were in Half Moon Bay.
Yeah.
Chuck is a Bay dude. And it was just so funny because literally after that, all right, we met up, we smoked and vibed. And what you don't see behind the scenes on the show is that day in and day out, me and Chuck were supporting each other. The whole time. I mean, we all did that, but me and Chuck were really supporting each other. Bro, you did great. Your food looked great. No. And
what a good dude.
What good, amazing.
What a good serious brotherhood. I love that 100%. So fucking much.
I mean, when you know, it's like 100. You just meet somebody and you vibe, and obviously it's funny because again, weed is kind of the catalyst to that.
Yep.
And we just became brothers, going through hell and back and supporting each other. There's a couple episodes towards the end where we get teamed up on the same team, and you can see the energy, but I don't think people really understand why, and that's why, because behind the scenes, I mean, I was asking him tons of fucking questions about traditional barbecue, and he's asking me questions about plating and these little technique things, and it was just really great to be able to build a bond and a friendship like that. And I did that with multiple, Ippy as well. Ippy is an amazing
super cool.
dude that I walked away like brothers. And of course my teammates. I mean, my teammate Dom, Ami, and Chris. I mean, and
those are chefs.
I mean, and they're all amazing. They're all family. I think everyone there, we really are all family. So I don't want to not include any of them.
Sure. But that was the bond, the weed bond.
I feel so. The weed bond in particular, definitely me, Chuck, and Ippy.
I love it. Had the sesh. Fuck yes.
And that's how me and Ippy, I remember it was the day before our first competition. We're doing introduction interviews, and it's similar to Chuck. I see this guy smoking out front of the hotel. I walk out there. I spark my joint. I'm just like, what's up, bro? He's like, what's up, dude? So what do you think you're going to do for this shit? Da-da-da. And I'm like, well, I don't know, bro. What do you think? Da-da-da. Next thing you know, we're getting high. We're talking about food. And, we're just talking about what we think the competition may bring, and we became brothers. And next thing you know, less than a year later, me and Venny spent our honeymoon in Hawaii, and Ippy took care of almost I mean, he took care of too much. You know, he's
Stop
an amazing
it.
brother. Yes.
Stop it.
He let us stay at his house in the volcano area.
Dude.
He took us out to eat at multiple of his restaurants and his friends' restaurants. And we did one of the best days there. We did all sorts of fun, amazing, fancy stuff. One of our best days, me and Venny will both tell you, my wife and I will both tell you, was when we went to the beach with Ippy and his family. And we just did Hawaiian barbecue on the beach.
Nice,
relaxed.
Shit.
You know, his family, his wife, kids, his mother and dad.
So
and
just like
me and my wife, just family day.
Just family day
on
beach
the
day
beach. Yeah, on the beach.
with
cooking
your
whatever.
homie.
With my brother. You know?
The aloha.
Much aloha, dude.
The
much,
Ohanas.
much aloha. With the ohana. You know?
We love the ohana here. That is like truly beautiful, and it's also I think it's a testament to like who you are, what the weed community is, and just kind of like relating on that level, having that comfort, because like sure you're nervous because you're about to compete, but like then you find your family.
Yes.
You know,
Yes,
and
you
that
know.
like what the fuck else can replace that, man? You know, like in this freaking workaday world, like it's really, really like that's major pricelessness.
100%.
Before we have to go, what is coming up? What does your year look like? Are you chilling? Are you working? Wait, are you chilling? You're working. Of course
I am
you're working. You're
never
working your
chilling.
buns off.
Look,
you're working your buns off.
I'm always chilling, but I'm working at the same
but you're
time.
working your buns off, yeah.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
No, I'm super stoked. 2024 is going to be a killer year. If, you know, I thought last year was amazing, which it was, this next year is going to be killer. I am, what do I got working on? Obviously, Cannabis Supper Club, you know, we're off the hinges. We're going hard, full steam ahead as always.
Awesome.
Embers and Ash season is coming up, you know, after the winter. So Embers and Ash is going strong full season, and we're going to be doing collaborations with some of my brothers and sisters from BBQ Brawl.
Hell yeah.
I'll be doing some collaborations with some other friends, like Noah Sims from Master Chef will be coming in.
Oh, that's what's up.
And all sorts of other fun stuff for Embers and Ash and Supper Club. Hopefully within this year, I'll have 2 cookbooks out.
Yes.
I am also working on my first, you may have seen it on the show BBQ Brawl, but I'm working on getting my blackberry barbecue sauce.
Oh, that shit looks
I'm working on getting that out there.
Oh, I
so
want.
hopefully this year, you guys will see that on the market.
We were
So.
talking about that earlier,
were.
actually.
Yeah,
Really?
we were.
No way.
Like our mouth was watering. I was like, ooh, I want that in a bottle. I want it in a bottle.
Yes, well, you know what? That's what got me to do this. Is as so many people. I mean, even on the show. After that episode, all the guests, right?
Sure.
The
Yeah,
crowd,
yeah.
they're walking by, and I must have gotten, you know, everyone was like, "Thank you, that was amazing." Da da da. Your shit. I must have got you got to bottle that shit about 5 times, at least 5 times from different people. Like, man, you got to bottle that shit. And so I've done it for some dinners. I've done it just at home to practice, and everyone I give it to just goes nuts over it. And I'm like. I don't know. I'm always like, yeah, it's good. I'm
Right.
Like we were talking earlier, there's always a bigger mountain to climb, and I'm
Yeah.
always looking for the better. But like, okay, hey, I made something good that a lot of people like. So I'm going to try to get that out into everybody's hands this year. You know, so we're going for my blackberry barbecue sauce.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
going for my one Binotto's Big Butt Spice Rub.
Love it.
And what else? That's pretty much it. You know,
That's it.
That's what I can
That's
share.
all. Just like
right
a couple
now.
of books, couple of major like condiment productions, and couple of things. Yeah, you are amazing, and thank you so much for coming by. You're always welcome here. We love you so much, and we always wish you the best, and go check out BBQ Brawl and keep your eyes mad open for Chef Chris Binotto. What's the socials?
Yo, chef_Binotto, BINOTTO. Check out chefbinotto.com. Yeah. Check out embersandash.co. Embers and Ash, Chef Chris Binotto. Remember that shit.
And
Thank you, Chef Chris. Don't panic.
it's organic.
Hey!